Psychological warfare is defined as actions intended to reduce an opponent's morale or mental well-being. The reason why I did this one is because from March of 2020 into 2023, all we heard down here, and I do have a voice or audio recording of that, all we heard was blaring loud rap music from 8 o'clock in the morning until whenever they decided to go to sleep. Now the reason why I said blaring is because we couldn't hear our TV sets. We couldn't hear them because no matter how loud we put our TV sets, it still could not drown out their music. Rattled our fixtures, ceiling fixtures, our ceiling fans, my pictures, anything on the walls, matter of fact, unless they're bolted in. That's how loud the music was. That's why I say psychological warfare. And you want to know the funny thing about this is he did the same thing to a young lady in a different state. They called it domestic terrorism. Traumatized her as much as it traumatized me. And Kenny. And our dogs. Because dogs can get that too, you know. But we're supposed to let it go. And just because he doesn't live here doesn't mean and just because he doesn't live here doesn't mean diddly squat. Because trauma's already done. So yeah, he tried to tase Kenny off property. But he wouldn't have done that, Jill. If you would have did what you were supposed to do back in the day. Matter of fact, that wouldn't even happen. Most of it wouldn't even have happened if you would have done your landlady duties. So you can blame me all you want for what's going on here. But I wasn't the one that started it. I was living a peaceful life here. So wasn't Kenny and Zoe and our dogs? We were enjoying our apartment. We were enjoying our lawn, our porch, our driveway and parking spot. Until they started their stuff. Because they wanted us out of here so they could do whatever they wanted to your house. Yeah, during the summertime we mow our lawn twice a month. You know how many times they mowed their lawn in a month? Once, if lucky. Once. It got to a point that Our neighbors across the street were complaining to us about it. So when they complain this summer, if, I'm going to give them your phone number. And I'm going to tell them, we cannot do anything about it. If you want something done, you call her. Complain to her. And you're right, Joe, you're not here. But the stuff I put in my YouTube channel tests to the fact what's happened here. You can get angry at me all you want. Doesn't matter to me. Because, you're the one that kept on saying for years, there's nothing I can do. Call the cops. Cops couldn't do nothing either, Jill. One, why? Because we didn't have a piece of paper state to the fact what's what and who's whose. Because you wouldn't do that. You wouldn't do it. Yeah, I'm going to keep bringing that up to remind you. And I don't care if they tell you about this crap or not. I don't. We clean up after our animals. If we take them off property, we put them on leashes. And when they take a crap, we don't put our nose in our little phones and pretend that we didn't see them take a crap. Or turn your back and either our dogs take a crap or take a crap, we clean it. If they take a crap out in the yard, we rake it up and clean it. We don't take them over to Ox's, next to the drop-off. To let them take a crap. Because you don't have to clean it up there because nobody will see it. They don't even clean up the crap in their yard. They just mow over it. Using their lawnmower as a shit spreader. We keep our side nice. Nice and manicured. Why? Because we worked in landscaping. We worked in construction. We worked in that stuff. So we know what we're doing. Them people, however, you're lucky if they mow the lawn once a month. Once a month. Once. They don't clean up their yard. Matter of fact, they're putting shit in the freaking woods line. Next to the drop-off. Instead of taking it, putting it in their daddy's truck, and getting rid of it the right way. There's stuff in the backyard that they haven't used since 2019. They used it, or in 2020, to the canoe out there, but they haven't used the canoe since the summer of 2019. And then his father brings more. Like those 2 tables out there. They don't use them. Why they don't want to use them? Because they're in the sunlight. That's the reason why they want you to make us move our dog kennel. And I'm going to tell you another thing about that. The reason why the dog kennel is where it is because your upstairs neighbors, that includes Sean, Ori, and Danielle's son when he was coming here, used to bring the dogs out on a roost just so they could see my daughter change in her room. And you say, well, why don't she put curtains up? Why should she? It's her room. Her privacy. They shouldn't have been there in the first place. They had the whole backyard. So why did they take her up to her room, her window, when they had the whole backyard? whole backyard, the whole yard over here. And then, when they first moved in, they took their dogs over here, where we take ours. I'm sorry, Joe, but I'm not responsible for somebody else's dog shit. Still ain't. And you even said to me on the phone, and I got this in my journal too, this conversation, that you said that they weren't even supposed to be here, that Sean told you they left. Yeah, well, they didn't. I told you that too. So technically, when summer of 2021 rolled around, you had every right, legally, and still do, to evict these people. So, you won't. So there's two things that comes to mind. Yeah? First thing is, you don't want to lose the money. So apparently, maybe they pay more for their upstairs apartment than we do, huh? Oh, and not to mention, you have their father come in and do a piss poor job on fixing their shower. So how much is he charging you for that? Because Kenny had it fixed, Joe. Kenny had it fixed. And they kept breaking it. And the only reason why Kenny won't go up there and fix it is because we don't trust them. And we don't. But that's okay, right? Because it's us. Not them. Well, I'm gonna let it go for now.